This is another learning target we're looking at in this slide. Faire means to do or to make, and we spoke a lot about how it has many idiomatic expressions. It is an irregular verb. Why? Because it does not follow a predictable pattern when it's conjugated. So faire means to do or to make, and to say I do, you say je fais. You do, tu fais. He, she does, il, elle fait. We all do, nous faisons. You all do, vous faites. They all do, feminine and masculine. Ils font and elles font. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat. Je fais, répétez. Tu fais, il fait, elle fait. Nous faisons, vous faites. Ils font, elles font. So, we said that faire is used with idiomatic expressions. One of these expressions is faire attention, which means to pay attention. Repeat after me, s'il vous plaît. You're welcome to pause. Faire les devoirs. Do homework or to do homework. Faire la cuisine. To make dinner or to cook. Faire la vaisselle. To do the dishes. Faire les courses. To do grocery shopping. Faire les courses. Of course, we don't pronounce the S. Faire les achats. To go shopping. Les achats. Faire les achats. To go shopping. Faire une promenade. To take a walk. Faire une promenade. Faire une promenade. So, if you want to say, I am doing my homework or homework, you say, je fais les devoirs. To say, I am cooking, you say, je fais la cuisine. If you're saying, my mom is cooking, if you want to say that, you say, maman fait la cuisine. Here are some examples of faire in conjugated sentences. Je fais un sandwich. Repeat, s'il vous plaît. I'm making a sandwich. And here it's in a question form. Qu'est-ce que tu fais maintenant? What are you doing now? Qu'est-ce que ton copain fait samedi? Répétez. What is your friend doing Saturday or on Saturday? Nous faisons une pizza. We are making a pizza. Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici? What are you all doing here? Qu'est-ce qu'elles font pour la boum? What are they doing for the party? So here we have more expressions with faire, like faire un match, to play a game, faire une promenade, to go for a walk, faire un voyage, to take a trip, faire attention, to pay attention. And some of those we have already seen, but let's look at these examples provided. Mes cousins font un match de tennis. My cousins are playing a tennis game. Caroline fait une promenade avec Olivier. Caroline is taking or going for a walk with Olivier. Ma copine fait un voyage en France. Ma copine fait un voyage en France. My female friend is going on a trip to France or is taking a trip to France. Je fais attention quand le prof parle. Did you repeat that? I pay attention when the teacher speaks or when the teacher is speaking. Let's look at this slide, expression avec faire. To say what are you doing, we say qu'est-ce que tu fais. Now we have to remember that faire should be followed with the preposition de in its different forms. So to say if the noun or the word following faire is feminine, you say faire de la. If it's masculine, you say faire du. If it's plural, you say faire des. And if the word following faire starts with a vowel, you say faire de l with L apostrophe. So you use faire du, faire de la, faire des, faire de L apostrophe, plus subject or sports or pastime. Exemple, je fais de la biologie. I study biology. See how we use de la before biologie? Because biologie is féminin. And you say, il fait du dessin. He draws. Why? Dessin means drawing, and it's a masculine noun, so you preceded with du. Remember this one? Yes. Il fait du dessin. How do we do interrogative, the interrogation questions using inversion? Inversion or l'inversion. L'interrogation avec inversion. Learning about language. I'm just gonna read this with you, and look at this guy, he's upside down because of l'inversion or the inversion. In conversational French, questions are usually formed with est-ce que. However, when the subject of the sentence is a pronoun, French speakers often use inversion. Do you remember what the pronouns are? They are je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il in the plural and elle in the plural. So, when the subject of the sentence is a pronoun, French speakers often use inversion. That is, they invert or revert the order of the subject pronoun and the verb. Here is the regular order of a sentence. Vous parlez français. You speak French. Here is the subject and here is the verb. To use the inversion, because we have the subject pronoun here, we invert the verb and the subject order, and we start with the verb parler, and we write a hyphen, and then vous, the subject, and then rest of the sentence. So, vous parlez français becomes parlez-vous français or parlez-vous anglais? Okay, so the pairs of questions below ask the same thing. Compare the position of the subject pronouns. So here we have est-ce que, and here we have inversion. Notice, est-ce que, we start the sentence with est-ce que, and then subject, and then verb, and rest of the sentence, while here we have verb, hyphen, subject pronoun, and then rest of the sentence. So, répétez s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que tu parles anglais? Now répétez. Parles-tu anglais? Est-ce que vous habitez ici? Or, habitez-vous ici? Où est-ce que nous dînons? Or, où dînons-nous? In the last example, où est-ce qu'il est? Or you can say, où est-il? Using the inversion. Okay, so inverted questions are formed according to the following pattern. So we have yes or no questions and information questions. For the yes or no question, you start with the verb and then the subject pronoun. And of course, you put a hyphen in between. Voyagez-vous souvent? Do you travel often? For information questions, you have to use the interrogative expression plus the verb plus the subject in their inverted format, like this. So you have to add the interrogative expression, right? Before the inverted verb and subject, like this. Avec qui travaillez-vous demain? Avec qui travaillez-vous demain? So interrogative expression, inverted verb and subject, and then rest of the sentence. And what does this mean? With whom are you working tomorrow? With whom are you all working tomorrow? So let's look at some examples of yes-no questions like this, where you invert the subject and the verb, and some information questions when you use a question word or interrogative expressions, plus either inversion or here the inversion or est-ce que. Okay, example of yes or no questions. Est-ce que tu manges? Now you can use the inversion and it turns to manges-tu, you drop est-ce que, and you invert mange into. Est-ce que tu manges? Répétez. Or you can say manges-tu? Another example. Est-ce que tu écoutes? Are you listening? Écoutes-tu? Est-ce que Hubert est là? Or you can say est-il là? Est-il là? here we replaced Hubert with il, and we did the inversion of the verb and the subject, and we put a hyphen in the middle. Est-il là? Est-ce que Jules et Stéphane sont en classe? Est-ce que Jules et Stéphane sont en classe? Are Jules and Stéphane in class? So to be able to use the inversion, you have to replace Jules and Stéphane with the subject pronoun il in the plural form in this case, and you invert this verb with the subject pronoun. Sont-ils en classe? Répétez. Sont-ils en classe? Now let's look at some example of the information questions. Où est-ce que tu dînes? Où est-ce que tu dînes? Where do you eat dinner? Or you can drop the est que and use the inversion. Instead of où est-ce que tu dînes, you can say où dînes-tu? Où dînes-tu? Another example. À qui est-ce que vous téléphonez? À qui est-ce que vous téléphonez? To whom do you call, or whom are you calling? So we can drop the est que and do the subject verb inversion. À qui est-ce que vous téléphonez becomes à qui téléphonez-vous? À qui téléphonez-vous? I want to go over this slide also. In inversion, liaison is required before il and l in the plural form. But if a verb in the singular ends with a vowel, the letter T is inserted after the verb so that a liaison can occur. And in this example, you understand what this all means. Où travaille-t-il? So here we have où, the interrogative expression, with inversion. Okay, we did not use est que, we used the verb inverted and then the subject pronoun. But because we have two vowels here, it just happens that il starts with a vowel and here travail ends with a vowel, and we cannot have these two vowels side by side. We insert a T for ease of pronunciation, and it sounds like this. Où travaille-t-il? Où travaille-t-il? Here's another example. Où travaille-t-elle? Où travaille-t-elle? Where does she work? With whom does he eat dinner, or with whom is he eating dinner? Avec qui, and here we have an interrogative expression. Avec qui dîne-t-il? Avec qui dîne-t-il? With whom is he eating dinner? And same thing for elle, because it starts with a E. Avec qui dîne-t-elle? I will assign you new homework for this lesson, and I hope everybody's doing well. Keep up the good work. I'm here for you. Email me with any questions and let me know how I can help you. I love you all. Je vous aime, les étudiants. Au revoir.